So hello again everyone. We're going to start by sitting on the edge of the chair, feeling the sitting bones, and visualizing the pelvis as a bowl that we can pour a soup out of and bring it back to center and bring it back and center. So the ball moves a little bit forward and center and back and center, and pouring from the front and pouring from the back. And it's a very small movement. And as we are pouring forward and pouring back, see if you can feel the organs. Actually, let's put our hands on our bellies. And when we are pouring back, we're going to bring the fat and the organs backwards. And when we roll forward, we're going to allow everything to spill forward. And lifting and putting it backwards and allowing it to come forward. And lifting and bring it back. And lifting and allowing it to spill forward. It's very different from what we were raised on. It's like, hold on, get it tight, don't let it show, right? So we're allowing it to be relaxed and we're actually moving the organs in it. Yesterday I was very lucky to listen to a talk for 3 wise women, and she was doing it that when we are moving the pelvis forward, we're actually taking the organs back. And when we're moving the pelvis back, we're allowing the organs to go forward. And that's very difficult. I'm so used to go with. So now let's go into the center and tilt the ball to the side and to the center, and side and center, and side and center, and side and center. And allow the ribs and allow the spine to move with it to make it a little bit easier. It's not a movement that we do daily. Pour from the one side and pour from the left side. And feel how the soup is kind of spilling and how the soup is spilling. And side and side. And now let's go forward and side and back and side and forward and side and back and side and forward and side and back and side and forward and side and back and side. Now we're going to go the other direction, forward and side and back and side and forward and side and back and side and forward and side and back and side and forward and side. Last time, back and side. Good. Pa-pam, 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 pa-pam. Let's do it again. Pa-pam, 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 pa-pam. Slide your right leg. I'm going to slide my left leg, but you're going to slide your right leg forward and shift the body just far enough forward so you can be stable on the leg that's slid forward, and slide it back. Slide it forward and notice what you're doing with your hip and your torso. I can tell you what happens to me. As I'm sliding, I'm lifting my hip up and I'm shifting it forward, allowing everything to be nice and smooth, soft and pouring out kind of thing. As I'm sliding, my hip comes up and my torso comes forward. And now I'm with the weight on my leg, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back. Let me turn the chair so maybe you can see a little bit better how the pelvis is going up and forward, up and back, up and forward, up and back, up and forward, up and back, lifting so we can take the leg forward. And now we're going to do it with the other leg. So your left leg, my right, forward. Can you feel the same lifting on that side, or is it somewhat different? Okay, now we're going to take this, we're going to slide the leg back so we're on 5 toes and back, and 5 toes and back, and slide it back, and slide it back, and again slide it back, and slide it back. Let's do the other leg. Slide it back, slide it back. Do you feel the same lifting in the hip, or is there less of the lifting and just the hinging? How much can you feel and sense of what is happening? What are you doing to make it happen? Okay, stay with the leg here in the back, and the torso is forward, so it's over the leg. Press the 5 toes to the floor and shift the torso even more forward and back. So you have a hand just above the knee and above the knee, and you're shifting the weight forward until your tailbone is off the chair. Right? And shifting until the tail is off the chair. You're almost getting up. And now, if you're looking down, it's going to be really hard to lift. But if you're looking forward and up, it might be a little easier. Forward and up. Forward and up. Let's change legs. Bring this leg under, so you're sitting comfortably. Bring your right foot back, 5 toes on the ground. Shift your torso forward, and eyes go forward and up. Forward and up. Forward and up. Forward and up. And one more time, forward and up. Ta ta, ta ta, ta ta, ta ta, ta Okay. Inhale deeply and just notice how you feel. And in this position, see how easy it is for you to lift the right foot, the left foot, the right foot, the left foot. Shift your body weight a little bit forward and again lift. Is it harder? Shift your body weight to the center and from the center back a little bit and slouch. And lift. And lift. Do you feel how much harder it is? So the only place that it actually effortless, or just the amount of effort that you need, is if you're sitting on your sitting bones. Lift and lift and lift and lift and lift and lift, and lift, and lift. Let's turn the feet. So one is in front of the other. So your will be left in front of right. And we're looking diagonally. So this hip can lift and come back. And lift off the chair and come back. So now we're swiveling. So from hip width apart, we're swiveling. We're taking the hip. We're not bringing the knee to the other knee. We are turning the hip. We're turning the hip. We're turning the hip. We're turning it. Good. Come back to center. And now we're going to go the other way. So now your left foot will be behind a little bit the right. And we're going to swivel the hip and come back. And swivel the hip and come back. So this butt is actually free and on the chair. Free and on the chair. Free and on the chair. Swivel and back. And swivel and back. And swivel and back. And swivel and back and relax. Pa-pam, 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 pa-pam. Interlace the fingers. Take a large, deep breath in. Pull up, 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 and let it go. And one more. Inhale up. Pull up, 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 and let go. So now we're going to swivel again. One foot in front of the other. So we have the first thing that we did with the second thing that we did, shifting the torso forward, all 5 toes on the floor, pressing on the front leg, looking forward and up, and getting up. And you can have your head guide, find the chair, and swivel back. And swivel forward, and eyes forward and up. And find the chair and swivel the hip back and swivel, kind of like you lazy Susan, and forward and up. And find the chair, you have your hand to guide you, and sit. And turn and up. And touch the chair and down. And turn and up. And find the chair and down. And turn and sliding up and sliding down. And it's an arabesque line. It's a beautiful arc. And let's do it to the other side. But first, find the center. Inhale and exhale. And inhale again. And exhale. And let's do the half circle turn. One foot in front of the other. And we're shifting the torso forward. Our eyes are on the horizon and they're coming up as we shift the body weight. And please guide with your hand, find the chair and swivel. And slightly turning forward, gliding out of the chair, gliding back into the chair and sitting. Take your time. Even if you just swivel, shift your body weight, Find the weight on this leg and you don't get all the way up, that's fine too. Just do as much as your body allows you and the strength that you have. It's all good. Just finding the coordination within to kind of glide up and glide down and glide up and glide down. And one more time, gliding forward and up and gliding back down and find center. Pa-pum, 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 pa-pum. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I would like to invite you to actually get up now and stand behind the chair. And slide your right leg forward and put weight on it and come back. So your hands are on the chair and slide the leg forward until you have the weight on it and you feel like a slight stretch in the back of the calves of your left leg and come back and slide and come back and slide and come back. And when you slide, what happens to your organs? Are you moving them, allowing them to pour? Is the pelvis part of your body? Are you taking it with you? And now stay with the leg forward. And here, allow the pelvis to go forward, center, and back, like we did on the chair. Forward, center, and back. And forward, center, and back. I don't know if you can see what, I guess I didn't word the right thing. Forward, center, and back. Forward, center, and back. Back to the center, and glide back to center. Let's glide your left leg forward and back. And left leg forward and back. And glide it forward and back and forward and back. Glide forward and back. Glide forward and back. Glide forward and back. Glide forward and stay. We're going to take the pelvis forward, center, and back. Forward, this way, center, and back. Forward, center, and back. Forward, center, and back. Forward, center, and back. Forward, center, and back. And slide back up. Slide your leg forward. Pour to the right and pour to the left. bringing pelvis down on one side and then bringing it down on the other side. So you're going from side to side with the leg forward. Your hands are supported by the chair, so you don't have to worry about the balance. You're moving the pelvis from side to side. Can you move only side to side and not forward? And center, and glide the leg back to center. Let's take the other leg forward, your left leg, and move the pelvis from side to side, side to side. You're pouring down the soup on one side and you're pouring from the other side. Do you notice that one side pours better than the other? Because the straight leg, the hip is higher, right? To start with. Do you have enough motion in the leg that's forward, that's bent? And slide back and rest for a minute. Take a breath. Exhale. And in standing, take the pelvis forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, and side, forward, side, back, and side. Widen your stance. And again, forward, so we're tilting forward, side, back, and side, forward, side, back, and side, forward, side, back, and side, forward, side, back, and side. Come back to comfortable width, your hip width, and now bend your knees, both knees, just a nice bend, comfortable. And doing the same thing, forward, and now we're going to go to the other direction, side, back, and side, forward, side, back, and side, forward, and side, back, and side. It's easier with the knees bent, isn't it? Forward, and side, back. Your hands are on the chair. I'm using my hands to guide the pelvis and to keep my shirt so you can actually see the movement. Forward, and side, back, and side, forward, and side, back, and center. Rest for a minute. And now the next thing, we're going to combine straight legs with bent legs, with one leg forward, with one leg back, with wide legs, however you want to create a movement of the pelvis that's going to be very smooth and round, side and side, but you continue it and you combine all of the movement. Okay, so you're kind of dancing in front of the chair, allowing your pelvis to rotate in all kinds of, making even an eighth figure. And see how your feet are now part of your dance and relating to the pelvis rotating. You can close your eyes so you can feel it better. Try different directions, different heights. And see how the bending of the knees and lifting on the heels is supporting you and allowing you to do more and more and more with the hip and creating freedom between the hip and the ribs. And as you're starting to enjoy it and you get less and less bashful about it, see that your shoulders are also dancing the same dance. It doesn't have to be in any rhythm or any order. It's whatever your body is asking for. Just find the freedom. Wonderful. And come back to sitting again, so we can conclude the class. Put your hands palm up, sit on the edge of the chair. Maybe allow your eyes to close for a minute. In and exhale, relaxing the breath, relaxing the body if you're a little bit tired. And just notice the breath flowing in and flowing out. Allow the life force and the breath to make you feel really alive in your body. Find the happiness to be here today. And thank you so much. I'll see you next time.